Now, apologies in advance if this episode is shorter than the regular WTF moments. Like, I don't know at the time of recording how long this video is going to go. It might actually go the regular length. I normally aim for like 12 to 15 minutes. It might be shorter than that. I don't know. You'll know because you'll have already clicked on the video. But I just want to reassure you, don't worry. It's not that I'm making them permanently shorter or anything like that. It's purely just that it be like that sometimes. Like, sometimes the episodes of Pokemon just don't give me a lot of material. They don't give me much to work with, and I can't just force content out of nowhere. I've got to make content based on the episode itself, so I do my absolute best. But if this one's a short one, I'm sorry. Just a bit of a duff episode, the Mareep episode, if I'm completely honest. I do think as well it's because some of the episodes that we've done previously have really spoiled you guys. They've gone like 20 minutes plus, and it's not really my fault. I don't plan for them to be that long. I plan for like 12 to 15 minutes, and sometimes they hit that mark, sometimes they exceed that mark, and sometimes, like I'm expecting this episode to, they don't even get close to that mark. And that's all right. We brush off, we move on, we enjoy the short episodes, we enjoy the long episodes, we enjoy WTF moments. I enjoy making them, I'm gonna keep making them, so that's all that should matter. But Pokemon, if you could do me a favor and make some better episodes, that'd really help out too. Oh no, wait, no, make some worse episodes, because then I get more WTF moments. Today's episode begins with Ash and friends taking what the narrator calls a brief break from their journey to the Johto League. You mean like they seem to take every single bloody episode? Like, with the amount of breaks we've seen them take lately, I'd be amazed if they ever even make it to the Johto League. Or is this them taking a break from taking a break on their journey? I don't even think that makes sense. Maybe I need a break. After wolfing down a sandwich, Ash begins visibly choking, and Brock asks, "Hey, are you alright?" "No, mate, he's visibly choking. Try and be a little bit more perceptive, Brock. I'm pretty sure you're meant to be the first aider of the group, aren't you?" Pikachu shocks Ash, and this makes him swallow the blockage in his throat. Mate, that's not how you save people from choking. You're supposed to do the Heimlich or something. Like, imagine if this hadn't worked. Pikachu would have just been electrocuting a dying kid for no reason. That'd be a really bad look for a franchise mascot. Direct quote from the Pokédex. Mareep store static electricity in their woolly coats. They avoid battles and have mild dispositions. So basically, you're saying Mareep are mild-natured? I prefer modest, to be honest. The Mareep runs over and pins Pikachu down, and after Pikachu shocks it, the Mareep's fleece doubles in size. Now, at first, I thought this was ridiculous, but then I checked, and this is exactly what the Pokédex entry for Mareep in Pokemon Gold says should happen. So well done, Pokemon Anime, for getting one right. You're finally learning. Although saying that, the Pokédex entry in Gold also says, in the very next sentence, that touching Mareep's fleece will shock you. But this girl runs over and literally lays her entire arms over Mareep and doesn't feel a thing. Man, they were so close to being accurate to the games. I guess there's always next time. So the little girl, Mary, asks why the Mareep won't listen to her. And all of a sudden, her mum turns up with a Raichu who uses Thunderbolt to attract all the Mareep over to them. Well, there's your answer then, Mary. They won't listen to you because you don't have a Raichu. You'd think this girl would know this, though. Surely Mary's seen her mum work before, right? The Mareep dance around in a shower of electricity and it's all very cute. But why is the Gen 1 surfing music playing in the background? They're nowhere near water. Wait a minute. Surfing? Electricity? A Alolan Raichu foreshadowing? Confirmed. Brock wonders why Mary's mum couldn't be 10 years younger. Mate, when has that ever stopped you before? I didn't realize you actually had limits, mate. I always figured your type was anything that moves. So do you remember in the Sunflora episode how I was complaining that Pokemon overdo the whole "we have a festival every year to celebrate the insert Pokemon of the episode" storyline? Well, I had thought maybe I was exaggerating a little bit, and maybe it's not as bad as I'd been making out. But no, literally 2 episodes have passed since then, and now we have another. Only this time, it's a festival celebrating Mareep. Pokemon, this is getting ridiculous. Honestly, how many more times are you going to go to the "we have a festival about this Pokemon every year" well? Do you know what? Let's have a festival to celebrate this channel. Celebrate by hitting the like button, sharing this video on social media so more people can come to the festival, and leave a lovely comment down below. And if you can't think of a lovely comment, leave something generic like
Mareep, more like "my beef is getting cold." Oh no, lamb would be better, wouldn't it?
Or just comment the name of the secret Pokemon I've hidden somewhere in the video. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button, turn on all notifications so you never miss an episode of Pokemon WTF Moments or Siri battles or anything on my channel. And thank you as always for getting us to 1.76 million subscribers. I know it doesn't look like that right now, but if you subscribe today, maybe YouTube will add that extra 0. And don't forget to hit the join button to become a YouTube member. You get like emojis and shit. And finally, don't forget to check out my live streams over on Twitch or you'll miss out on stuff like this.
What you got? Earrings, running shoes, black belt. There's a black belt.
Oh, there you go.
What?
It's on him. I knew you had one.
Oh, well, I'm never getting that back then.
You will.
A few moments later.
Shall I buy a... apparently, I've got a black belt equipped. Oh, yeah, no, never mind. I understand now. The error of my ways.
You're fucking stupid.
Ash wants to enter the Pokemon battle portion of the festival, but Mary's mother explains that only people from the village are allowed to enter. Brock then offers up the services of himself, Ash, and Misty to help out with the festival. And of course, Mary's mum accepts. Oh, so it's like that, is it? Outsiders can't compete, but they can do the heavy lifting for you? Yeah, sounds about right. What a town full of wankers, mate. According to Meowth, anything made of Mareep wool costs a fortune. But why, though? It's such a common Pokemon. Like, I get that much like in the real world, the wool is probably more expensive than, say, cotton or polyester, but a fortune? I doubt it, mate. James has fond memories of being beaten by his classmates at school who were jealous of his Mareep wool clothes. That's not funny at all, mate. That's just trauma. It sounds like James just needs a really good therapist, to be honest. Mary's Mareep is called Fluffy. It's a fluffy Pokemon called Fluffy. And the award for most imaginative Pokemon name goes to... well, not her, obviously. I find it really weird that Ash asks Mary if she has a name for her Mareep. Like, of all people to ask if a Pokemon has been given a nickname, it's Ash Ketchum, whose best friend is a Pikachu called Pikachu. As everybody stares each other down before they have a battle, Fluffy's ribbon and bell disappear for a moment for no reason. You've gotta love that attention to detail. Well done, Pokemon. Direct quote from Mary as her battle with Ash begins.
I choose Fluffy!
Well, yeah, you only have one Pokemon, love. Who else were you gonna choose? Fluffy starts the battle using its growl attack, and for some reason Ash and Pikachu react like it's some kind of one-hit KO ultimate move. Calm down, lads, it's only going to lower Pikachu's physical attack by one stage. That's only going to affect its quick attack. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Actually, Liam, I think you'll find Pikachu's only special attacks right now are Thunder Shock, Thunderbolt, and Thunder, and those will be resisted by Mareep.
Mate, we're talking about a Pikachu that once took down a Rhydon with Thunderbolt. I doubt a Mareep's going to give them much trouble, is it? Mary tells Fluffy to use Speed Star.
That's not a move.
Actually, Liam, I think you'll find Speed Star is the name for Swift Attack in the Japanese dub.
But this isn't the Japanese dub, is it? Alright, Harry and Voldemort, calm down. I get that this predates Harry Potter by a long time and it is a very generic anime trope, but still. Fluffy suddenly collapses and Ash deduces that it's used up all its energy attacking. Mate, that is not how Pokemon work. Like, sure, they can run out of PP, haha, PP very funny, but this Mareep only used Thundershock like twice. It can't be in struggle range already. Not a chance, lad. Direct quote from Ash. I hardly know anything. Oh god, finally. He's self-aware. Later that night, a storm rolls in, and we see this Hoot get randomly swept away by the wind. I mean, that certainly was a choice by the writers. But what did poor Hoot do to deserve this? Mary's mum, along with Ash and friends, lead the Mareep to a cliff edge where they take in electricity from the lightning storm. This will apparently make them look better for the festival. Isn't that kind of cheating though? Like, isn't lightning basically the equivalent to steroids for the Mareep? I feel like this should be against the festival rules. Like, what happens to all the trainers whose Mareep couldn't go out in a lightning storm for the extra juice? How are they going to compete with all that extra energy? Although saying that, when I want extra energy, I just drink G Fuel! That's right, get yourself some G Fuel. It's an energy formula with barely any calories, zero sugar, and a whole heap of wonderful flavors like the lovely mango explosion that I'm drinking today. And best of all, Code ACE is boosted to give you 30% off until the end of Monday, the 23rd of May. So get your orders in, get yourself a bloody bargain, get yourself some bloody G Fuel. Oh, that is absolutely fantastic. Go get yourself some G Fuel. Best of all, there's a bunch of flavors at the moment that are reduced down. They're on a sale price, and you can also use Code ACE on top of that sale price to save 30% off. So get yourself a bargain today. Grab yourself some G Fuel. Remember though, G Fuel is for over 18s only because it contains caffeine, and children don't need to be anywhere near caffeine. They're annoying enough as it is, and because it contains caffeine, drink it responsibly. Don't be a dickhead. Let's just take a moment to appreciate the actual balls of Team Rocket. They turn up and steal all the Mareep with a huge orange net. Which, fair enough, is standard Team Rocket practice, but think a little deeper. The lightning storm only ended moments ago. So for Team Rocket to have been in the area soon enough to steal the Mareep as soon as the storm clears, they had to have been flying their hot air balloon during the lightning storm. Mate, that's so incredibly dangerous, especially with all the extra wires and stuff they've got to hook up all those lights. Team Rocket have nuts of steel. Pass it on. Ash tells Pikachu to use Thunderbolt, but Team Rocket grab Pikachu with a mechanical claw. Okay, but why doesn't he still just use Thunderbolt? Like, nobody said the mechanical arm was electricity blocking or anything like that, and normally they do say if that's the case. So Pikachu, mate, quit slacking, get on with it. Raichu then uses Thunderbolt, and it hits an energy panel on Team Rocket's balloon that powers up all of their lights. Now, I was gonna comment on how this is actually a really clever idea by Team Rocket, and something they should absolutely permanently incorporate into their balloon's design. However, in a few moments, we're gonna see why I was wrong. Jessie says flashing lights are very flattering, to which Meowth says,
Especially when they're off.
come on, Meowth, there's no need to be like that. Contrary to what people on the internet would have you think, hating women isn't a good personality trait. And that's why the energy absorbing tech was a bad idea. Although I still stand by my point, they should use this kind of tech all the time. They just need to calibrate it for higher energy loads. James is just casually running around with his arse on fire, and somehow nobody bats an eyelid. Like, you think someone would have the decency to put his arse out. Do Ash and friends no longer know mercy? Mary's mum tells all her Mareep to use Growl. That's a bit unfair. Team Rocket are only using 2 Pokemon, so currently they're in a what, 10-on-2 battle? Maybe even more uneven than that? That's not very protagonisty. Ash is having difficulty getting Pikachu out of the cage so it can help out. And even bashing it with a rock isn't helping. Oh no, if only Ash had a Pokemon with the kind of strength needed to break open this cage. You know, maybe a fighting type like a Heracross or something? On top of that, I don't even think this is a shock-proof cage. Just have Pikachu use Thunderbolt from in there. Direct quote from Fluffy. And apparently, Mary heard that as,
Quickly, human, have the other Mareep aim their electricity into me!
how in the hell did she get that from that? Forget Pokemon Trainer, this girl's got a future as a Pokemon bloody whisperer. After Pikachu is finally freed and uses Thunderbolt to send Team Rocket blasting off, Brock says, from now on, we should call Team Rocket Team Shock It. Mate, why though? Pikachu beats Team Rocket with Thunderbolt all the time. So why is this time suddenly any different? Brock, mate, use your noodle. Mary's mum gives her a Pokeball and says it was given to her by Mary's grandmother. And she says maybe Mary can use it in the festival. Wait, what? No, she can't. It's a battling festival, not a catching festival. If she uses that Pokeball to catch a Pokemon, I'm pretty sure that's going to be against the rules. But okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's have a look at the other side. Maybe it's actually Fluffy's Pokeball. But if that's the case and it was passed down from Mary's grandma, how bloody old does that make Fluffy? Surely Mareep don't live that long. So it turns out this is in fact Fluffy's Pokeball. Although there's no way of knowing if that was originally Fluffy's Pokeball or if Fluffy was technically a wild Pokemon and they used that empty ball to become Fluffy's Pokeball. But more importantly, we don't even get to see this battle. Pokemon once again cock-blocking us. Do they not realize we love seeing Pokemon battles? Like I said earlier, this episode of Pokemon WTF Moments might have turned out shorter than normal because they really didn't give me much to work with here. And a battle here really would have solved that. Come on, Pokemon, at least think of me when you write your episodes. I've got to eat too, you know.